Today on The Sharp Reality, fat girls who shame fit girls. TSR Live starts right now.
Previously on TSR Live.
He said that later that week, he said it was like middle of the week, Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, they got a phone call from someone working at the church call center asking why they hadn't tithed that week and when to expect last year's W-2s, presumably to accurately calculate their weekly tithe. That church demanded money at every turn before, during, and after the service, and even when they were at home. It was unbelievable.
And now your man, Donovan Sharp.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of TSR Live. We are presented by Happy Hippo Herbals. It is Tuesday, October 10th, 2017, and yes, I now have a direct connection to my modem. I ordered a 100-foot Ethernet cable right after the show last night, and it was here this morning, actually. It cost me $9 for the cable, and another $6 for the overnight shipping. I've got a fortunately for me, I have a Prime. I've got a Prime membership, and overnight shipping. It only cost me a few bucks, so that was cool. So thankfully, it appears my place is close to a distribution center, an Amazon fulfillment center that had Ethernet cables. So no more buffering, no more delays. Hopefully, no more delays between audio and video. It's going to look like it's actually going to look like it's going to look like it is it's in real time. So thanks for bearing with me in that regard, and hopefully things will hold up on my end. It looks like my internet connection is good and strong because, again, I am directly connected to my modem. So enough jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and get right to it. A couple years back, I think it was early 2015, the Protein World, they're a vitamin and supplement company, they released an ad featuring an attractive woman to promote their weight loss products in advance of the summer. That, of course, was the time when most women, fat or fit, start trying to slim down for the summer. Obviously when people wear less clothing, go to the beach, etc., etc. So, being the petulant children they are, feminists responded in their typical fit-throwing fashion and took to social media to bitch about this injustice. Oh, you guys are shaming fat girls and unrealistic body standards, blah, blah, blah. Just the usual bullshit. Well, feminists are never going to give up the easiest and most effortless way to protest what they perceive to be a social wrong from the comfort of their own homes. But they finally seem to be getting the idea that all this fake Twitter outrage doesn't really have the same effect as it once did. It still does to a certain extent, but not nearly as much as they used to. So what they did is they upped the ante on their antics. They started vandalizing ads and posing in bikinis next to these ads to show what a real bikini body looked like. Here's a couple of them now. Now, look, I'll give credit where credit is due here. This approach is, it's a hell of a lot more ballsy than the typical campaign against the social injustice of the day. And it's easy for girls to post pictures of their Photoshop tits from within the privacy of their non-threatening environment of her home, all right? But it's quite another to show your tits in public where they're open to criticism. And, obviously we know girls are allergic to criticism and things of that nature. Now, at least these chicks got out and actually took action of relevance in the public square. That said, these public displays of solidarity against perceived fat shaming by the protein world is just another form of attention whoring under the guise of fighting against body image shaming. Now, it's also worth noting, if you guys are watching here, that the girl on the right, she's actually got a half-decent body. And listen, don't kid yourself, guys. This is no accident. Because if both girls had the disgusting body of the chick on the left who looks like she's wearing she looks like she's wearing a fucking diaper, this publicity stunt probably would have fallen flat and they probably would have been laughed at. Feminists know that beauty sells, whether they publicly admit it or not, which is exactly why that whole shit show was one giant contradiction in the first place. So then the question really became, why don't feminists like attractive women in advertisements? Why do fat girls shame girls who are in shape? Well, the first reason is that attractive women represent something that fat girls will never, ever be. I didn't say that they could never be. It's something that they will never be. Now, notice I use the word attractive instead of beautiful or gorgeous. And notice the girl on my screen behind the lettering. You can't see her face. Regardless of what her face looks like, when she goes out into the real world, she will be considered attractive because she's got a great body. Beautiful women are women who are fit and good looking. All right, these are the females who hit the genetic lottery and didn't blow all their winnings, their proverbial winnings, on junk food and alcohol, and they've managed to stay in the upper athletic echelon on the sexual market. Basically, the 8s, 9s, and 10s of the world. Attractive women, on the other hand, are girls who weren't born quite so lucky. These are the girls who have average to below average looks, but they decided to elevate their sexual market value by hitting the gym, taking care of their bodies, and not gorging on pizza and ice cream at 2 a.m. after sucking down Appletinis all night at the club. All right? Now, the girl in the ad obviously embodies the best of both worlds, but what really pisses feminists off was her body. They understand that not every girl is born pretty, but they do know that attractiveness is something that can be attained with hard work and discipline. And us men, we are well aware of that as well. But guess what, guys? Fat chicks are lazy, all right? And fat, lazy chicks have zero interest in doing what it takes to attain and to maintain and achieve a fit body, and they know this, all right? They'd rather bitch and moan about not having the time to put in than to put in the work necessary to get their asses up at 4 a.m., to hit the gym, to run on the treadmill, and to squat, all right? Women are feminists especially, they are acutely aware of this deficiency that they have. So their default setting tells them to resist everything that suggests that they might actually have to work to get something they want. And the girl in the ad shines a light on their laziness. That's one of the real reasons that ad pissed them off. TSR Live, of course, is presented by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. I personally have used it for over 3 years. And it elevates my mood, helps my focus, gives me energy without the crash. Visit happyhippoherbals.com and save 10% when you pay with Insta e-check, and 25% when you pay with Bitcoin. That's happyhippoherbals.com. Looks like I've got some residue. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I use face cream. I use face cream to reduce my acne. Obviously, you guys see I've got bumps. I've never really had bad acne, but I've always had persistent. I've always had persistent bumps. I'm 40 years old and I still get zits and bumps every once in a while. So I'm trying this product to try to clear that up. Guys, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. You can find me on Instagram. Just do a search for Donovan Sharp or the Sharp Reality with no spaces. Like my Facebook page at TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. Add me on Facebook. Do a search for Donovan Sharp. I have a regular Facebook page, Donovan Sharp. Add me on Facebook. Make sure you like the video when you come into the chat, guys. Like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you know someone who could benefit from the show. And if you want to find the archive of now this is episode 132. There's 132 episodes, but I've got almost 180 total videos. You guys can listen to and watch every one of them on the sharpreality.com. You can also find them on SoundCloud, iTunes, and of course right here on YouTube, as well as the Google Play app on your mobile device. So let's check the chat, see who's in the house. All right, good stuff. Shout out to AR4. Shout out to A Black. What's up, guys? Mr. Old School Writer says, turn the internet off and on, sir. Yeah, I actually have. I've combated the problem, man. I bought like I said, I bought an Ethernet 100-foot Ethernet cable on Amazon for like $8 or $9 last night. I had it this morning, so that should fix the problem. Okay. Mr. Old School Writer says, I was waiting on you to do something like this, Donovan. Yeah, I had it in my mind to do it as soon as I went live, but I'm so busy all the time. And finally, after yesterday's show crashed out at the end, I was like, dude, fuck this. And I got a temper anyway, so I'm cussing up a fucking storm while I'm ordering. But everything's fine. Everything's fine. Eric P., shout out to you, said, what's up, Donovan? Your live stream is flawless. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. I'm watching it right now, man. It looks good. Thing is still green. I'm at 2,663 kilobytes. Well, 2804, so yeah, I'm good. I'm good. AR4 says, Fat just want to win the race by tripping their opponents, not overtaking them. That's a good way to put it. That is a very good way to put it. Simply Deep 1985, good to see you in here. Alex Garcia says, fat bitches are especially thirsty and hungry. Yeah, they're thirsty and hungry, literally and figuratively. Straight up. Mr. Mink, what's going on? Shout out to you guys in here. Deep 1985 says the difference between fat chicks and fit chicks is that with a fat chick, you can tie hamburger into a car and make her chase it after to give her a workout. Okay, all right. That was a bad joke. Bad jokes can be funny sometimes too. Oh my god. Big Booty Samaj. You know, it's funny, Samaj. Your username at first glance looks like Big Booty, even though it's Big Woote. So I'll either call you Samaj or Big Booty Samaj. You know, I don't think you have a problem with that. Dominic Lewis says, you got to bring back NAWALT. Our Red Pill members need to be refreshed on this subject. I've watched all your past shows. That's how I know. Yeah, I've actually got, I swear to God, you guys are reading my fucking mind here. Yeah, I've got a segment that I do every so often called Just in Case You Still Believe That Not All Women Are Like That. I pick out an article, a Reddit posting, something on Jezebel, a post from a woman, 2 X chromosomes, whatever, that shows, because women they lie all the time, right? But one of the very few places where they are 100% truthful is when they're on the internet and they are protected by the cloak of anonymity. So if they're on there as, Shy Girl 1985 or something like that, she can be like, yeah, I fucked 100 guys and my boyfriend just found out. What do I do? No one's gonna, listen, they can all judge her, but they don't know who the hell she is. So those are always good. Big Woe Day. Oh, that's how you say it. Okay, my bad. Heathen Deluxe in the house. HD, high definition. Like to see you. ETF42 says, I know you mentioned never having kids on a previous episodes. Any thoughts on a vasectomy? Yeah, I've given that some thought. A buddy of mine in North Carolina had 4 kids with his wife and got a vasectomy. So that's I was like, dude, why are you getting a vasectomy? He's like, dude, I got 4 kids, man. I don't want any more kids. A vasectomy is a big step, but make sure if you do get a vasectomy is a good idea. But make sure they tie your tubes rather than sever it, because you need to get it so that it's reversible. Of course, vasectomies can come loose in that regard. I know they're working on a male form of birth control called Vassal Gel, which is birth control for men. You basically take the Vassal Gel pill, or they install it or whatever, and it doesn't block the semen, but it blocks the sperm from getting into your semen. So you can raw dog chicks until the cows come home, and you won't get her pregnant until you decide to. So yeah, if you're gonna get a vasectomy, make sure you get a good doctor. Number one, you don't want any accidents, but make sure you get a reversible vasectomy, because you never ever. I don't have a vasectomy. I'm fortunate that my main chick can't get pregnant. So, I can raw dog her all I want. But if you think you might want kids in the not too distant future, definitely just make sure that you get a reversible vasectomy. Okay. Deep 1985 says, and with a fit and hot chick, you wouldn't mind helping her work out. And if you're lucky, the two of you can have a private workout in the gym after hours, if you know what exactly. Now, my main chick, I do not allow her to come to the gym with me. Because I know that the gym is one big fucking sausage fest, and I am not, I'm not trying that would just be a bad situation, because yeah, that would end my relationship very, very quickly. So yeah, my main chick has a membership to the gym that I go to, but only because they have free tanning. And she's tried before. She said, "Hey, can I go to the gym with you?" Nope, sorry, can't do it, man. Can't do it. I'm not gonna have you in here, dude. My main chick's got huge tits. You guys have seen pictures of her, man. Like, dude, like seriously, her in a gym with a bunch of dudes? No, fuck that, dude. Like, I gotta focus enough on my deadlifts and my squats. The last thing I need to be doing is looking out of the corner of my eye at some nigga trying to holler at my chick. And dude, no, neither her or the dude trying to holler at her wants those problems. So I would sooner just let her stay home, or she can use the gym in our apartment tower. Kobe Anthony, shout out to you. Deep 1985 says novasectomies for me. Nobody's cutting his nuts off now. Yeah, basically you're neutering yourself, right? Samaj says, fat chicks think they deserve the same attention and praise as a fit chick, but hate on fit chicks viciously, of course, because they know that men prefer fit chicks. No matter what no matter what the world tells these fat chicks, they know that men prefer women who are fit. Like, doesn't matter what they see on social media and You Are Beautiful and Christina Aguilera and all the rest of that. They know what the deal is. Loyalty Squared says, what can I handle a woman if I want some kids without getting fucked? That is the quagmire for today's men. You know, like, we have a natural most of us have a natural desire to want to pass on our genes. But dude, you can't be impregnating American bitches, man. Like, straight up, it's you know, that it's I don't know, adoption, I don't know, surrogate mother. I mean, I mean at some point I'll have to think about maybe I'll think about doing a podcast episode on that. Maybe I'll do something for Donovan's Den, because that's not something I've ever thought about, because I decided a long time ago I didn't want kids, but there are a lot of men out there who want kids that also have red pill awareness, and therein lies the issue. If you have red pill awareness, you're not trying to put no babies and no bitches in the United States. So how do you how can you have a child without getting screwed over by women and the court system? That's a very good question. That I might have to put that one on the back burner and try to do some research and maybe bring a show for you guys. Kevin Samuel, shout out to you. Mr. Old School Writer says, you stay winning, Don. You're goddamn right I do, but it's because of me. Everything that I have in place with my life, my girl, my lifestyle, it's no accident. Like this didn't just happen for me. I didn't just get lucky and fall into my situation. I worked very hard to get where I am today. And for those of you guys who have listened to me since the beginning, you guys know I used to be man, oh man, I've come a long way. I really have. And it's taken a while, but yeah, I do stay winning, but it's because of the work that I put in. So appreciate the shout out there. Desmond Isabel says, can you talk about how to deal with having simps with higher class status on the job? That might be a good Donovan's Den episode as well. But that's, yeah, dealing with the high class simps who, have higher status on the job. I don't know. Like, if you listen to me on O'Shea Duke Jackson, I would strongly advise I would strongly advise staying away from fucking bitches on the job. That leads to nothing but trouble, because I'll give you a short little snippet here. Let's say there's a simp who has higher status than you, right? And you start fucking one of the bitches that he wanted to fuck. Well, if he finds out, he's gonna try to fuck you over. Like, niggas out here, like, dude, most men are not your friends, especially men on the job, and especially when it comes to pussy. Like, men will fuck over their friend. Dude, if best friends will fuck over their best friends for a woman in a heartbeat, dude, you better believe your fucking boss or someone that you work with will fuck you over. So I don't know. That might be something that I'll have to explore. But good question. Good question. Kobe Anthony says, hey, Sharp, yeah, they got a home gym at your place. Yeah, they've got a gym in the bottom floor of the tower that we live in, but it doesn't have, like, it's got the equipment for a woman who wants to stay in shape, but there's not a power rack, there's no barbells, there's no weights. Like, it's not, like, I'll go down there if I want to get maybe, 15 minutes of elliptical in, but yeah, I need a real gym. So Heathen Deluxe says, make sure you don't have a gay son or porn star daughter before you have a vasectomy. Right. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Old School Writer says, what kind of bikes are those and how light are they? I don't know how light they are, but those are both Schwinn's. Those are his and hers. TSA Trash says, I shame the fuck out of these fat hogs. Zero sympathy. I get angry every time these bitches oh my God, bruh. Like, I had this one situation down in Vegas where this fat ass white girl was trying to talk to me. And finally I was just like, yo, I said, it's not happening, sweetheart. Move along. She's like, damn, you ain't got to be so... She said, damn, you ain't got to be so rude about it. I said, whoa, I said, move along. And the more I shoot her away, like, the more incredulous she became. I was, like, by the end, I was laughing. Fucking fit. Like, you're a fat ass bitch. What the fuck makes you think I'm trying to get at you? Fuck out of here with that. LNLT says gyms are sort of like the club. These chicks don't go to a bodybuilding gym just to work out. I wrote an article on Return of Kings called 6 Covert Slut Tells That All Men Need to Be Aware of. I also did an episode of that. One of the covert slut tells is that she works at a meathead gym, or like LNLT characterized at a bodybuilding gym. Yes, these girls go there to get fit, but if you have a girl or know a girl who works out there, dude, she's been fucked by every cock under a barbell under the sun. I've got many friends down in Vegas. They're personal trainers at a bunch of these meathead gyms. They pass these chicks around. They call them gym hoes. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, so moving right along, let's move into the second reason. Fat chicks, quote unquote, like to shame fit women. Fat girls try to negotiate attraction, which simply can't be done, guys. Now, the American West, or America, the West, the Western culture, they've all tried to brainwash men into being attracted to fat women. But no matter how much they try to cram this shit down our throats, our cocks don't respond to fat chicks. No man with a healthy sexual desire wants to fuck fat chicks. All right? The only reason a man will be a chubby chaser is because he doesn't have the game to fuck thin chicks or beautiful women. That's it. All right? Big girls need loving too. You ever heard those guys? No, those are dudes that have an unhealthy sexual. Now, listen, if you like your girl to have a little more body weight, if you like girls that are thick and not fat, I don't even want to use the word thick as code for fat. If you like girls who just have a little bit more meat on their bones, hey, more power to you, man. I've banged a few of those girls myself. But any man who likes fat girls, like the one over my shoulder, you got some shit with you. But if you ask a girl what her idea of her perfect man is, and dude, trust me, 9 times out of 10, looks are going to be in the top 3 every single time if she's being honest with you. And guess what? That's okay. All right? It's okay to be attracted to attractive men. It's perfectly natural for women to want to fuck good-looking dudes. But the problem that feminists seem to have with this biological need to have sex with an attractive specimen of the opposite sex is that the pendulum swings both ways, right? Like, we as men, we have that same strong desire, if not a stronger desire, to fuck pretty girls. And I always tell you guys, as men, we have absolutely no right to tell women who and what they should be attracted to, all right? We can sit here and say, oh, bitches ain't shit, and she left me for a guy who was in better shape, or she left me for a rich guy. Guys, this is who women are. They can't help it. Just like we can't help being attracted to fat chicks, women can't help being attracted to higher value men, man. If a woman sees a better looking man who drives a nicer car, has better overall game, makes more money, guess what? He's going to be more attracted to her. That's how it is. Now, most of us here in the manosphere, guys who listen to this show and others like it, we've seemed to have figured out that attraction cannot be negotiated. And because of this, we do our best to raise our sexual market values by lifting weights, saving money, learning game, etc. Now, feminists got that same memo, but they've chosen to ignore that memo by attempting to dictate to us what we should be attracted to. And for the most part, they've been successful with the message, all right? Fatties are praised and exalted all over TV, all over movies as beautiful and desirable. And then men everywhere proclaim their love for curvy and full-figured, or thick women, as we like to call it. They scream this stuff from the highest mountaintops, okay? And then men like us who vocalize our preference for fit and beautiful women, we're the ones that get attacked. Okay, so mission accomplished. But unfortunately for them, the one and only true judge of female attractiveness will never be convinced, and that is the boner. Okay, yeah, some idiot, he'll tell a group of fat girls that he likes curvy women, but guess what? When he jerks off the porn, he ain't spanking his monkey to fat chicks. In the end, guys, not every body is a beach body, okay? Obviously. Feminists know the score, but they don't like how the game is played. They hate the fact that deep down, fat girls are fucking disgusting, and that everybody knows it regardless of what people say in public or social media. Now, the Protein World, okay, this is the company that started this whole deal, they dug in its heels and fired back at the Twitter hate. So I'm glad they didn't give in. You can actually see here, you see this if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can see this bitch Julie Bird, and I spent my life believing I'm not good enough, blah, 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 blah. And the Protein World said, well, why make your insecurities our problem, fat ass bitch? No, they didn't say fat ass bitch, but yeah, they fired back. And then, of course, she, because adverts like yours add to the external voices telling young girls that they're not really, shut the fuck up. You're a fat bitch who eats too many fucking brownies. And so the Protein World fire back at Julie Burton, and they asked her, and it's okay to be fat and out of shape instead of healthy? We are a nation of sympathizers for fatties. Hashtag doesn't help anyone. Love that shit. I love the fact that they dug in and they didn't fold. The Protein World understands very clearly that using attractive people is it's been a staple in the successful marketing of just about every consumer product out there. Okay, dude, from clothes, electronics, automobiles. I mean, dude, even some fast food joints now use attractive people to advertise their products. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make any sense at all for a company to put a picture of fat chicks on bottles of fat-burning pills, or a male with small or puny arms to advertise of muscle-building compounds. Okay? Shaming a company for using a proven method to maximize sales is silly, all right? And expecting them to change it to appease a bunch of fat girls is fucking ridiculous. And I'm glad the Protein World didn't give in. That particular uproar a couple years back was just another sad example of female entitlement. They expect men to have washboard abs, make six-figure incomes, have movie star looks, have 28-inch cocks in order to fuck them, but they feel like they shouldn't have to make any effort to become attractive to men. This particular ad makes them uncomfortable because what it does is it exposes an undeniable truth to the world. And that truth is that it takes effort to become attractive. It takes effort to stay attractive. Now, there's some fat girls out there that say, hey, I'm fat because I have no self-control. And they don't complain about dudes not wanting to fuck them. But like every woman who holds herself accountable and actually acknowledges the truth, those women are the exceptions to the rule. I did my first volume of Donovan's Den this past weekend. This is exclusive content available to my listeners for only $5 a month on Patreon. Subscribe to Donovan's Den on Patreon for only $5 per month. Donovan's Den, guys, is an accelerated supplement for those of you who are looking for an advantage in your red pill development. Kind of like a weekly jump start to sort of help you guys achieve your goals the right way, but maybe a little bit more quickly. And I always say, if I had a guy like me when I first took the red pill, I'd be much further along now than I'd be much further along than I even am now. So go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharp. You can also go to my YouTube channel or my website, thesharpreality.com, and you will find the link to subscribe. It's just 37 cents a day, and you can get access to these videos that are packed with actionable guidance and instruction that you'll be able to put into action immediately and start making a difference in your everyday lives. This past weekend, I instructed you guys how to kill your approach anxiety, how to become fearless when talking to pretty girls. I told you guys exactly what I did. It will work for you if you do it. This coming weekend, I'll be talking about the most prevalent shit tests that girls deploy to their men, whether it's on a first date, whether it's on a second date, whether you're in a relationship, married for 10 years, been in a relationship for 6 months. I go over all of the shit tests that girls like to dole out with men, and that will be upcoming this weekend, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Guys, just $5 a month, 37 cents a day, and you'll get access to all this rock solid content. Let's go to the chat here one last time as we round third and head for home. Let's see here. I love the show and already getting a later on, man. Keep it going. Appreciate that, Ethan. Oh, I think that's E. Hawthorne. I don't know if that's you, but I think you might be a Patreon guy. I can't tell. Cool Coley. Good to see Cece in the house. He says, hey, Donovan, they always call him Sticks. Yeah, they're like, I don't want to be a twig. Nah, bitch. Nah, that's one of those apex fallacies. They say, men have these unrealistic body, this and that and the other, and I don't want to be razor thin. Nah, bitch, we ain't telling you to be razor thin. We're telling you to lose weight. Like, don't get it. Like, that's what girls do. In order to, how can I put this? In order to not have to do something, they use an extreme example, an apex fallacy. Men want us to be 110 pounds. Men want us to be half perfect, but nah, we don't want that. We just don't want y'all to be fat. That's all you got to do. TSA Trash says that chick in the picture is so fat, you would have to have he said you'd have to lift that gut to go in. That dude. Like, you've seen, like, fat couples, and I always wonder, how the fuck do those people fuck? Like, she's got to lift her shit for him to get in, and he's got to lift his shit to get it. Like, oh no. Loyalty Squared says, oh, Loyalty Squared comes clean, says, yep, I was a chubby chaser, then I took the red pill, now fat bitches can't even get me hard. All right, good. Very good. Hey, listen, at least he came correct. He kept it real. He kept it real. Growl Powerful says, quote, women can't help to backstab to fulfill their hypergamous desire. Yeah, of course. Of course. Kevin Samuel says, I'm doing attraction versus attention live stream tonight. Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. Very good. Yeah, I'm actually going to do an attraction versus arousal live stream at some point. But yeah, I might drop in on that, KS. Might drop in on that. Grow Powerful says, I said growl powerful. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm fucking illiterate tonight. Grow Powerful says, damn, Protein World is on fire. Dude, I'm telling you, man, they roasted those fat bitches. Those bitches were crying, oh, you make me feel inadequate. And Protein World says, bitch, that's not our problem. Quit eating fucking Twinkies and hit the gym. You won't have nothing to cry about. Mr. Old School Writer correctly points out that a lot of women on the beach are land whales. That is, ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Samaj says, this is another American problem. Yeah, it's an American problem, and the Protein World caught a lot of heat from Britain. So, Paul Sanabria says, woman equals facade, fake hair, fake makeup, fake bras, blah, 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 no personality. Red Pill 101. All right, yeah, I might drop in there. Depends on Nationals Cub. Oh, that sucks. The Nationals and the Cub. Oh man, the Nationals and Cubs were rained out. Game 4 is on Wednesday. All right, well, whatever. Oh, wait a minute. I promised no sports talk in this forum. Oh, by the way, I did for those of you guys who are sports fan, I did a live show a little earlier on the suspension of Jamel Hill, so you definitely want to check that out. Dominic Lewis says they need to get off the precious bandwagon because they want to be arrogant all of a sudden and expect princess treatment from all men in which they do not deserve. No, man, of course. Dude, fat bitches don't deserve shit except for, listen, man, they don't deserve anything. Fuck it. Heathen Deluxe is prolonging the inevitable as a Nationals fan. Ew, yeah, Bryce Harper saved y'all the other night, man. Yes, he did. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Don't forget to like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my live channel for those of you who are watching this on delay. Add me on Facebook. Just look for Donovan Sharp. Be sure to bookmark the Amazon link at the top of my homepage to support the show at no cost to you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.